Hey everybody, it's your favorite Canadian info warrior coming at you live one more week, a day late, but I'm here. As I said on the other channel, a day late but not a dollar short. And here I am. Yeah. So, yesterday was a rather busy day for me. It was Halloween, and so I was at home in my vampire costume, handing out treats. And I didn't do what I usually do on Thursdays. Normally, I get home from work Thursday morning and I'll go to bed and I'll sleep till about 10 or 11 o'clock and then get up and go grocery shopping and whatever else I have to do. And I didn't do that yesterday. Instead, I stayed up after work because I had grocery shopping to do, but I was also the pickup person. I don't know how I was the ride for somebody who was having surgery yesterday because they don't let you take a cab home when you're still under the effects of the anesthetic. You have to actually have somebody that knows you come and pick you up. So I was that person. And I didn't know exactly what time it was going to happen. I knew roughly when it would be, but not exactly. So I had to get my shopping done before that and then basically wait for the hospital to phone me. And then I was back here to hand out candies for Halloween. And by the time it was all over, I was just so tired. I was way too exhausted to sit down and shoot a video. I would have fallen asleep looking at you here. So instead, it's today. So yesterday, well, I said I was handing out candy, but that's not entirely true. I was here to hand out candy. I didn't get a single kid, except my sister brought my niece over and one of her friends. So, yeah, Halloween was kind of a disappointment. Not really a disappointment because I'm in a neighborhood where I really didn't expect to get kids anyway. I'm on a busy thoroughfare. Some of you who know me know where I live, and it's a busy street. It's not a residential neighborhood, although it is partly residential. There are some houses along this strip here, but I wasn't really expecting any kids. I was hoping for some, but wasn't really expecting them. And so because I wasn't expecting them, I wasn't disappointed. I set my standards really low for that day, and so I was not disappointed at all. So then along comes today, and today is November 1st. Some of you may know that today is also called Day of the Dead. It's an observance mostly by Central and South American Catholics, but it's one that I like to observe when I'm able, and this year it just happened to fall on one of my days off, so I was able. So I bought some silk marigolds with the waxed wire stem and put them all together, and I went for a drive today. I went and I drove to, let's see, I think it's called St. Patrick's Cemetery on Broadway Avenue. And there it was my grandmother on my dad's side, a great aunt and uncle on my dad's side, an aunt on my dad's side, and an aunt on my mother's side, all in the same cemetery. So I placed marigolds at each of their graves. 2 marigolds crossed over each other, and took a picture of each one of them. I shot a lot of video. I shot a lot of video for you today, but it was all the driving video. I didn't shoot any video in the cemeteries. That I don't know if it's allowed or not. I don't think it is, and personally I think it's disrespectful to shoot video in the cemetery. A few, just a few pictures here and there is fine, I think, but I mean, if you're shooting a video for an out-of-town relative or something so that they can see the funeral of a loved one, I don't see a problem with that. But I mean, shooting the kind of video that I'm shooting and putting it up on YouTube, obviously you don't do that in a cemetery. So I didn't shoot any of that. I took pictures of the graves so that I could give those pictures to my family members, so I could share them with them. But you're going to have a pretty long video coming up. I'll probably have it ready to go tomorrow, which will be Saturday. And I went to St. Patrick's Cemetery. I'm pretty sure that is the name of it. And got those people. And then I went to Riverside Cemetery for an uncle on my dad's side. And then I drove to Atikokan, and I went to the Mackenzie Street Cemetery. And there is my grandmother and grandfather on my mom's side, an uncle on my mom's side who died before I was born. And I didn't know it, but my great-grandparents on my dad's side, as well as his brother who died before I was born, are all in Atikokan as well. My great-grandparents are in the Mackenzie Street Cemetery, and my uncle is in the Little Falls Cemetery. And I didn't know that when I was there today. I found out later from my mom when I was texting with her. So next year I'll definitely have to pay a visit to those graves as well. Because next year, November 1st also falls on one of my days off. So I'll be doing this again next year. Yeah, so that was today. And I'm getting pretty tired right now because I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, and it's 9:30 now. And I woke up at 6 and I just couldn't get back to sleep, so I got up and had breakfast and headed out around 8 o'clock. So, yeah, like I say, I'm getting pretty tired now, and I've still got to edit this video and upload it. So this is about all you're getting for today, but you're going to like the big one tomorrow, because it's the drive to the cemetery, the drive to St. Patrick's Cemetery, and then the drive to Riverside Cemetery, and then the drive to partially the drive to Atikokan. I didn't actually film the whole way there because obviously that would have burned my phone out. And, you know, who wants to watch that long of a highway drive? But what I did was I filmed up until I got to a boring part, and then I stopped. And then when something else was coming up, like a major turn or a township or a landmark or something like that, then I started recording again, and then I stopped it after that. And so I'm going to splice all of those bits and pieces together, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be about an hour. I know there's a few chunks of film that are, well, it's not film, but there's a few chunks of video that are 15 minutes each. There's like 3 or 4 chunks like that. So it's going to be at least an hour, I think, if not an hour and a half. So hopefully those of you who like the driving around videos will appreciate that. Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of, I mean, for my little channel, you know, I told you before, I'm only getting like 6 or 7 views per video. I don't go viral. But my driving around video from last week or the week before, the one from the week before, has 80 views on it. And last week's has 50 something. So that's really good for my channel. So I think you're going to enjoy the one I put up tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to wrap this up so I can get it edited and uploaded before I go to bed, before I fall asleep in the chair. So God's willing, Daffy Duck willing, we'll see y'all in the next video. Ciao for now.